You gonna be Miss Petty Crocker. You gonna be Miss Petty Crocker. I know you would. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Super excited on this beautiful Tuesday right here in the Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is Tuesday, October the 25th, 2022. And what an amazing year this has been. And what an amazing day it is. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this year being absolutely amazing for you as well. So if you're just coming on during this live show, I want you to hit the like button. I want you to hit the share button. I want you to tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Ramonepreston, my squad, and the Ramonepreston Show, just in case you don't know, is live right here Tuesday, October the 25th in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Every day, Monday through Friday, I have the privilege, I have the honor, I have the pleasure of showing up here every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. And I have the pleasure, the privilege, and the honor to share information with you that I know can help you properly start, properly structure, and properly scale your businesses, your ministries, and your income streams. And just in case you don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. And I want to welcome you to the Ramonepreston Show. I am your host, and I'm always honored, I'm always privileged, and it is always a pleasure to give value to you. And so today, guess what I'm going to be talking about for a few minutes? I'm going to be talking about the 4 millionaire methods. 4 millionaire methods. I talk to so many people all the time that tell me, Prophet Ramon, Apostle Ramon, Mr. Preston, Ramon, bruh, dog, whatever you call me. I want to be a millionaire. Do you really want to be a millionaire? I don't know if you want to be a millionaire, but if you want to be a millionaire, I'm getting ready to show you 4 millionaire methods. See, here's the thing. Becoming a millionaire, economically speaking, financially speaking, it plays a lot into you having become a millionaire mentally, emotionally, psychologically, even spiritually. Like there's this internal work that has to happen inside of you before you see certain things happen on the outside of you. And whether you believe the spiritual aspects of your life or not, whether you accept the spiritual aspects of your life or not, there are a lot of things that don't happen externally because they never happened internally. And so once you start shaping your heart and your mind, once you start developing the internal, intangible assets that you need to becoming a millionaire, it's not going to automatically transfer into your natural practical life, but it at least gives you more leverage. It gives you more of a capacity and a capability of pulling those things off. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the four millionaire methods, and these are the 4 millionaire methods that I personally use in my life. And the truth is, I don't know a millionaire. I don't personally know a millionaire that doesn't use these 4 millionaire methods in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so if you're just coming on live and you're jumping in while I'm in the middle of the conversation, I want to welcome you to the Ramonepreston Show. Every Monday through Friday, I show up here on this show live, like today, Tuesday, October the 25th. And my purpose, my intention, my goal is to give value to you, to show you strategies and solutions that you can use to properly start a business. If you've already started a business, I show you strategies and solutions on how you can structure that business, whether you're using holding company concepts, whether you are integrating systems and processes, or whether you're just utilizing methods like I'm sharing with you now to become a millionaire. I know that is possible. I know that you can achieve it because the financial freedom that I have achieved, the success that I have achieved as an entrepreneur, it's all connected to and tied to these 4 millionaire methods that I'm about to share with you today. So if you're taking notes, I want to give you my 4 millionaire methods 4 milli methods that all you have to do is put to use. But here's the thing. You ain't gonna put these 4 milli methods to use if you ain't got the mindset. Because putting these 4 millionaire methods to use is really more of a skill set that came from a developed mindset. Are you feeling me on this? So that means you got to get the mindset. There are a lot of things that you got to work on in your mind. And I can't even talk about all those things today. I got courses that can train you on these things. I've got programs that I can coach you and mentor you on these things. But one thing I am going to say is, if you don't understand money, if you don't understand the mindset that you need to have money, if you don't have like the intangible things figured out, most likely you might be dealing with poverty issues, limitations, perceptions and perspectives about money and about finances and about wealth that are hindering you from ever becoming a millionaire. So you have to work those things out. And in order for you to work those things out, there's some information you got to get rid of, and then there's new information you got to get introduced to. So what I'm talking about today, the 4 millionaire methods, I want you to understand, yes, these are like directly connected to and associated with skill sets, but they stem from certain mindsets that you have to have. So don't overlook the fact that I'm giving you some stuff that you can go try to put to practice, but if you ain't got the mindset, it ain't gonna work. That's why so many entrepreneurs, they start today, they stop tomorrow. Me and my wife was just talking about it earlier. Me and my wife, we meet every day, we talk every day, we study, we train, we prepare ourselves every day. And my team does the same thing, because we're all of the mindset that we want to be wealthy. We're all of the mindset that we want to be financially free and stay financially free, and we want to continue to grow and thrive and expand so we can be a blessing to other people. But that starts with the mindset, so that when we start putting methods like these 4 millionaire methods into practice, we can be consistent. They can start working. All right, so let's talk about these 4 millionaire mindsets. Okay, 4 millionaire methods. So the first millionaire methods is, you got to learn how to make money. You got to learn how to make money. And this might sound so simple, but it ain't that simple. Like, most people don't even get past step 1. Like, this is the first of the 4 millionaire methods. The first method is, I gotta figure out how to make money. I got to learn how to make money. I got to learn how to make money. And this might be a job. Okay, and this might be a job and a side hustle, or it might just be a business. Whatever you do in life, you have to figure out how to make money. Now, if you're saying, well, I got a job and I'm making money, but I ain't making enough money. Well, you haven't learned how to make more money. So making money is not just a mindset, but making money is a skill set. It's a method. There's a method behind making money. Okay, so what does that method look like? Well, first of all, in order for you to really make money and make enough money so that it can start financing other things you want to do in life, you really have to learn the basics and the fundamentals of sales. This is something that I am still learning at this stage in my life and in my entrepreneurial journey. And here's the truth. For years, like, think about it, I've been an entrepreneur full time. I have been a full-time entrepreneur. And I say this gratefully, but I also say it, confidently, because a lot of people can't say they've been full-time entrepreneurs for 20 years. And when I say it, sometimes I feel good about it, but then sometimes I feel bad about it, because I feel like, wow, if I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 20 years, I should be a billionaire by now. But hey, it don't always work that way. But at least I ain't broke. Okay, so I ain't a billionaire, but I ain't broke. All right, at least I'm way better off today than I was 20 years ago. But here's my point. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 20 years. It hasn't been but maybe the last 2 years, I'll say 2 years, that I really started polishing up and really paying way more attention towards becoming a better professional salesperson. And there's a big difference. So that means out of the last 20 years that I have been an entrepreneur, 18 years, I was just kind of winging it. 18 years, I'm just, I got charisma, I got personality, I know how to talk, I'm a communicator, I know how to make things happen, I know how to hustle and grind, I know how to figure things out, and a lot of that has given me the leverage and the opportunities to make things happen, because I know how to get out there and make money in terms of just working and grinding and hustling and wheeling and dealing my way in and out of opportunities so I can make enough money to live. But the problem with that is when you winging it, it's still amateurish. You still not no professional. So I want you to understand the reason why sales, which is a form of making money, is one of the four millionaire methods, is because there are people that I know personally that are millionaires that don't own businesses. Did you hear what I said? I know people who are millionaires and they do not own a business. I know people, I'm gonna say it again because some of y'all just be missing it. I know people who own businesses, who don't own businesses, who are millionaires. How did they become millionaires? Here's how. They're professional salespeople. They know how to sell. They have educated themselves. They have trained themselves. They have developed themselves, and they continue to repeat those things on a day-to-day basis. And because they have increased their education about sales, their training on sales, their understanding on sales, it has increased their money, because they know this is one of the four millionaire methods. So the first millionaire method is what? You got to learn how to make money. And I'm not just talking about learning how to find a job, because you could find a job and work a job or have a business and run your business every day and not make enough money. So if you want to learn how to make money, if you want to learn how to utilize this first millionaire method, how do you learn to make more money? You learn to make more money by learning sales. So that means you have to learn how to use sales systems, at least learn how to function with the sales system, and how to use sales processes. This is very important. That means you have to learn how to qualify people. You have to learn how to fact find. You have to learn how to give demonstrations and presentations. You have to learn how to give proposals. You have to learn how to close deals, and you have to learn how to follow up and keep people in your ecosystem. You have to learn how to generate leads. You have to learn how to build a pipeline so that you have constant activity and flows of people coming in and out of your life, even if you don't own a business. Because I know people who don't have businesses that are millionaires because they know how to sell. And then I know people who own 5 and 10 businesses and are not millionaires because they don't know how to sell. And they may have good products and services. Okay? So I would love to know based on, let me just put it this way, on a scale, from 1 to 10, 1 being I'm an amateur, 10 being I'm a beast, I'm a closer, I make money every day. On a scale from 1 to 10, where are you with your ability to sell, with your professional sales skills? Are you a 1? Are you an amateur? Or are you a 10? You're a master. Now don't tell me you're a 10 and you ain't no millionaire. There's no way you are a 10 at sales and you're not a millionaire, period. You really can't even tell me you an 8 and you ain't a millionaire. It's just impossible. Like when I get around people who are professional salespeople and they are 7s and 8s and 9s, because I'm not even there. Like I'm not even a 7, 8. I don't think I'm a 7 or 8 or 9. I think I'm just getting past amateur, because I feel like I'm just like 1 to 2 years into really learning professional sales. But here's the good thing. I'm a millionaire mogul. I got a 7-figure business. So it's something that I've done, but guess what? I've done it for 20 years. So I should have some level of success and financial freedom. So I want to move that. I want to eliminate that. I want to do 100 times more in the next 2 years than I did in the last 20. And every day of every week of every month that has gone by just within the last year or two, it's really been about a year and a half that I really dialed in on becoming a better, more professional salesperson. And it really started with me just adopting the mindset that, you know what, I want to take a shot at this. I remember the day I made that decision in my mind. I was like, you know what, man, I've always played around with certain things like sales. I've never really just become a professional, polished salesperson. I want to be that. I want to at least have that under my belt to say, in this lifetime, I took a chance and I educated myself and trained and developed and paid the price to become a professional salesperson. So who I'm going to be in 5 years as a salesperson is not who I am today, because I really want that. And I think I've always wanted that. So please, in the comments, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me know where you are in terms of professional sales. If you're a 1, that's an amateur. If you're a 10, you're a master. And again, once you start hitting 7, 8, 9, once you get past 7, don't tell me you're 7 and up and you're not a millionaire. I don't even believe you. You just capping on social media. If you ain't a millionaire and you put 7 or more, you're lying. I think you're lying. You got to show me some receipts. In other words, you can't even close me on you if you're telling me that and you don't have financial success to back that up. Period. Just because you talk good. Because see, this is something I had to learn. I had to learn that making money was a millionaire method. And the people who become millionaires and remain millionaires are people who are extremely good at making money. And they are extremely good at making money because they are extremely good at sales. I would also add, and this might be something different for you to accept, but I would also add, millionaires who are good at making money also are good at sales and marketing. So I'm telling you, if you are a business owner and you have a product or service that you either own or that you're using, because you don't have to own products and services, but if you want to become a millionaire through that business that you own, I'm telling you, at some point, you have to have a product or service. You have to have one that's good enough to sell. But then you have to get extremely good at these two things. There is no way, if you have a good product or a good service that you can sell, there's no way you're going to have that product and service, get good at sales and marketing, and not make money. Period. At some point, it's going to work if you work it every day. Now, if you lazy, if you inconsistent, if you know a little bit and you stop knowing and stop learning and growing, then okay, you're going to be iffy. So whatever type of income you got coming in your life or revenue you got coming through your business, that is a sign of your inconsistency with sales and marketing. So the first millionaire method is millionaires know how to make money. They know how to make money, okay? That's number 1. Let me give you the second method, which I was talking to my coaching clients last night. Every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I host a Millionaire Monday coaching call. It's a live Zoom coaching call that I host every week, every Monday for my coaching clients. So if you are thinking about joining a coaching program and getting a mentor to help you start and structure and scale your business, that's the type of mentorship program that I put together as a coach. And so it's a 1-year program. It's a 1-year coaching and consulting program. And so we put you in this program. We take about 2 hours initially and sit you down and walk you through like an assessment, an evaluation type process to really identify with what type of business structure you have, what your products and services are, how do they need to be packaged and priced. We take a look at your systems and your processes for sales, marketing, finances, operations, and we put a game plan together in that initial session. And then once we put that game plan together, we take a year to educate you, to train you, to coach you, and to mentor you through our weekly coaching calls, through our online educational portal, through our quarterly workshops. We have millionaire concierges who work with you through the week, that answer your questions and stay in touch communicating with you. So if you're interested in being coached by a legitimate business coach and consultant, and you want mentorship, and you know you need that community, you need that accountability, I really want you to reach out to me today, okay? And so let me just give you this number so you can reach out to me today if that's something that you're interested in, because I have a 1-year coaching program. It's called the Millionaire Mentorship Program. Why do I call it Millionaire Mentorship? I want to mentor you to become a millionaire. I want to show you that it's actually possible. And as long as you have the right structure, the right systems and processes, the products and services that are priced right, and you're willing to go out into the market and get good at the things that I'm teaching you when it comes to sales and marketing and financial systems and operations, you're gonna make money. And at some point, you're gonna become a millionaire, okay? So I want you to take this information down if you're interested. I want you to text the word millionaire to this number so I can not only show you the methods that I'm showing you today, but work with you on getting good at actually using them. All right, text millionaire to 404-478-7213. So the first millionaire method is what? You got to learn how to make money. Millionaires know how to make money. And the way you learn how to make money is not getting another job, not trying to change your business and go to another business. The way you learn how to make money, like what millionaires do, is you learn how to sell. You learn professional sales. You have to have a sales process that you use, and you have to learn how to prospect. You got to learn how to get leads. You got to learn how to market. You got to learn how to get attention and awareness and convert that attention into clients and customers. So that's a level of learning that you have to get. That's a level of education you have to get. That's work that you got to put in, but it's gonna end up with you making more money. So millionaire method number 2. Millionaires, they're really good at this, and you got to get good at this. Minimize your taxes. I was talking to my mentees, my coaching clients last night in our coaching session, in our coaching call, our weekly coaching call. I was talking to them about minimizing taxes, because a lot of entrepreneurs that make money, once you learn how to make money, the next thing you got to learn how to do is minimize your taxes on the money you made. Like, that's how you're going to become a millionaire. Like, once I figured all these things out, I realized, oh my God, this is what wealthy people do. This is what the rich people do. This is what millionaires do. You know, a lot of them. Now, some millionaires don't do this because they could be celebrities, they could be athletes, they could have had a windfall through the lottery, or money was given to them from an inheritance. So there are some people who are millionaires and rich and wealthy that don't use these methods, but they probably don't have a whole lot of money long, unless their money just run long anyway. But if you're coming from the ground up, if you just scrapping it out, which, by the way, studies show that over 88%, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 80 or 88%. Let's just say 80% to be conservative. Over 80% of today's millionaires are considered self-made millionaires. So what that means is they are first-generation millionaires. They put themselves in a financial position to be millionaires without their parents, without somebody giving them a handout. Over 80% of millionaires today are self-made first-generation millionaires, okay? And so what that means is you've got to learn how to make money, how to sell and how to market. And then when you start making money, the next thing you got to learn how to get good at is minimizing your taxes, period. Ain't no other way. Like, the things that I'm telling you, The things that I'm telling you, the words that are coming out of my mouth are things and words that I live every day. These are the things that I talk to experts about. Just because I'm on this show for free and sometimes I'm goofing off and I could be dressed up today and thugged out tomorrow with my hat on backwards, don't misdiagnose that. I want you to understand, I know what I'm talking about. And it's not just me knowing what I'm talking about. I know that the people that I talk to about these things know what they're talking about. I'm talking about real CPAs, certified public accountants, people who are licensed and who are degreed and educated to be tax strategists, real attorneys, lawyers, people who do these things for a living, okay? And they will tell you if you ever got around them. Millionaires will tell you this. I'm not talking about the monopoly millionaires. I'm talking about people who got money, people who are financially fit, they're free. They will tell you that, number one, that method of making money is critical and it's tied to sales and marketing. Number two, minimizing taxes is going to be critical. Now, how are you going to learn how to minimize taxes? Because some of you entrepreneurs listen to me, you think you're going to find a CPA to do this. They're not going to do that for you. A CPA don't work for you. They're going to provide a service to you, but they don't work for your company. They're not your employees. You've got to get good enough at the basics of business accounting that you can stay on top of your income and expenses and track it correctly. You got to do that. Ain't nobody going to do that for you. And that's the mistake a lot of small business owners make. They get mad at the CPA. Man, I can't believe they didn't tell me this. I can't believe they ain't tell me that. No. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at your doggone self for not educating yourself on becoming more literate when it comes to your business accounting. See, this is what I had to learn. See, I've worked with a couple CPAs and a couple tax strategists in my entrepreneurial tenure, in my journey as an entrepreneur, right? And I've worked with a couple of them that have really just had me in the blind. Like, I just didn't know if I was coming or going, because I expected them to do something that they were not going to do for me. I was assuming that they did that work for me. I didn't know that I had to learn how to run my own business accounting. And if I couldn't afford to hire somebody that knew it, and even if I did hire somebody, I needed to at least be competent enough to know what they were doing. And see, if you lazy, what I'm saying to you don't make sense, but that's why you're not going to be a millionaire. That's why you're not going to be a millionaire. So when people tell me, oh, I want to be a millionaire, I'm going to be okay. And then I talk to them and ask them these questions. So, do you know about sales? Do you know how to professionally sell? Are you learning? Do you know anything about marketing? Are you learning? Are you doing anything in those areas? Well, no, I'm still, you ain't gonna be no millionaire. Then I ask them about taxes. Are you on top of your business or your business books? Do you understand the basics of business accounting? Do you have a bookkeeper, or are you on top of her? Well, no, I don't know if you ain't gonna be no millionaire. You just running your mouth. You just capping. You capping. That's ghetto for lying. You lying. You're not serious about becoming a millionaire. See, I was serious about being a millionaire. I was serious about, and I'm still serious about becoming wealthy. I'm serious about becoming a billionaire. B. And every day I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, the stuff I need to learn and the person I need to become so that I can categorically be a billionaire is so massive. It's like, wow, I'm glad God has given me more time to work this stuff out. But even at a millionaire level, you got to learn how to minimize taxes, because millionaires do this. This is the second millionaire method. So what are some things, practical things that you can do to learn how to get better at minimizing your taxes? Here's one thing. You got to familiarize yourself with financial management systems like QuickBooks. Okay? And I just like I told you, I got courses. I have an online training program. It's videos, documents, forms, it's training curriculum. It's called the Millionaire Blueprint. Okay? It's an online business and financial training program. I actually have courses on sales, on marketing, on making money, on financial literacy, on becoming a millionaire. And I have courses on QuickBooks. I literally have a workshop that I walk you through the steps to set up a QuickBooks account, configure it to work for you. And I have a course on creative tax strategies to show you creative ways that you can minimize your taxes and maximize your profits. But if you don't want to learn this stuff and put it to practice, you don't want to be no doggone millionaire. But if you do, then you do. Okay, either you do or you don't. So this is how you learn how to minimize your taxes. You got to learn QuickBooks or have some knowledge of it. Then when you learn this, there are other sophisticated strategies you got to learn. Like you got to learn how to get real good at tracking your income and expenses. And I talk about 3 components. I talk about tracing. This is what I teach in my programs: tracing, tracking, and forecasting. And I guarantee, if you are a financial person and you're in that field and you know what I'm saying is true, I would love for you to kind of help your boy out and put something in the comments and let all the other amateurs know, hey man, this dude know what he's saying, man. I'm not a financial tax strategist or a CPA. I'm an entrepreneur who realized that I needed to learn this stuff to at least be better, clear, and educated on what my CPA and tax strategist and what my financial expert is doing when I do take information to them or give them access to my QuickBooks. At least I know what's going on. So tracing, this is about you learning to trace. You're able to look back and see what you did the last 3 months. How much money came in, how much money left, how much cash flow that was free and left. You want to be able to track your income and expenses currently, but you also want to be able to forecast into the future. If you don't learn these concepts and these principles, you're not going to minimize your taxes. You're just not going to do it. It's going to be too much for you. So that's why I try to teach the ABCs of this stuff, so that you can at least learn to get a grip on it even while you're a solopreneur, even while you work a W-2 job. Because there are strategies that you can use to minimize your taxes even while you work a W-2 job, so that you don't pay too much in taxes. But you got to be able to connect that to either a 1099 or a business that you're using to write off and to find deductions that lowers your tax bill. But this is something you got to learn. But this is what millionaires use as a method. Number 2, minimize taxes. All right. Number 3, let's go to number 3. And again, if at any point you feel like what I'm saying to you is something that you need access to, remember, I just told you, I have a coaching program and I have an online training program that you can learn all these things that I'm talking about. Everything that I come on this show talking about, I have courses on, and I coach and consult people on every single day. All you have to do is text millionaire to that number right there, and me and my team will reach back out to you if you text millionaire to this number, and we'll figure out where you are in your finances and your business and what exactly do you need. Do you need training and educational programs to learn these things? Do you need coaching? Do you need consulting? What exactly do you need? And we'll be more than happy to answer your questions and give you some direction on what we have that can help get you to where you need to be, okay? So number 3, the third millionaire method, okay, is millionaires know how to, and you got to learn how to do this, manage your spending. This is so hard. This is so hard. This is so hard. So one of the courses that I have in my Millionaire Blueprint program is a course called the 5-Step Millionaire Plan. And this is a 5-step plan that I put together. Of course, you know, you just learn as you go. And one of the rules came from, really, the first time I heard this rule, it was really from my mentor, my business mentor and coach. When I heard him expound on it, I had heard it before, but I really never heard anybody expound on it. But it's called the 40% rule. But once I heard him talking about it and he expounded on it the way he did, I was like, wow, this is real. I had heard it before. I think I might even read it in a couple books. But that was the first time I heard somebody break it down in a way that it made sense. And I literally adopted it as one of my 5-step millionaire plans, 5 steps in my millionaire plan, because I realized that there are certain strategic ways that you can manage your spending, and it can literally accelerate your net worth. It can accelerate your financial freedom. But you've got to be able to do this strategically. So think about it. Just think about everything that I've covered so far. Okay. So let me just kind of make this a little easier for you. So let's just look at everything we've covered so far. Okay. So let's put the 4 steps up real quick. So we got number 1 is make money. Okay. You got to learn how to make money. That's about sales and marketing. You got to learn how to sell and market. Correct. Number 2, minimize taxes. That's very important, because again, the moment you start making money, you're either going to pay a whole lot of taxes on that money, or you're going to become creative in your business accounting, and you're going to minimize those taxes so you can maximize your profits. Okay. And then number 3, you manage spending. And so what happens is, when you manage spending, you realize that if you're able to start making money and simultaneously minimizing your taxes, when you get to number 3, you don't change the quality of your life until you're where you want to be financially. You get what I'm saying? So my wife and I, we live a good life, okay? The quality of our life is good, but it ain't really good. It ain't where it could be if we just spent all our money. So what I'm saying is, me and my wife, we don't live on the level of the money we make, if that makes sense to you. We do not live on the level of the money we make. If my wife and I lived on the level of the money that we bring into our organization on a regular basis, our lifestyle would be different. The way we look, what we drive, where we live, all that would be totally different. And of course it would be better. But we manage our spending so that we don't live on, like, our lifestyle is here and our income and revenue is here. So we don't live up to that standard, because we want that space so that we can keep taking that money and circulating it in our business, so that our business can continue to grow and get bigger. So that once it gets to a certain point, watch, like some of y'all been watching me. Some of y'all just sit on the sidelines and you've been literally watching me play this thing out. You've been watching it all play out. You've been watching it all play out. And that bothers me a little bit. It really does. It bothers me a little bit, especially with people that I'm close to, because I got people who I know personally. They've been watching everything play out just within the last 3 or 4 years of my life. And I've been telling them what to do. And instead of them doing what I'm telling them to do, they just keep doing the same doggone thing. And they're not listening. They're not understanding that if you're going to be a millionaire, a multimillionaire, rich and wealthy, you got to play the game the same way the players are playing the game. It is what it is. So I always give as an example, if you're going to play Monopoly, if you want to win in the Monopoly, in the game of Monopoly, you can't play checkers. Monopoly is not chess. So a lot of you are playing chess and checkers over here, and it's a game of Monopoly. Come on, man, you got to do something different. And so you got to be disciplined to delay gratification. You got to be disciplined to delay gratification. Like all the money that I could be spending on myself, I promise you I spent on my business. All the money I spend on my business, I could be spending on myself. I don't have to be in this big old office. I don't really have to be in this big old office in the middle of Buckhead. I don't have to be in Buckhead. I don't have to be where everything is sky high. I don't have to have staff on payroll. I don't have to have that stuff. I could outsource this stuff to automated companies, to virtual companies. I could finesse it where I could probably be saving $20,000 a month as opposed to spending that out. But why am I doing that? Because that's money that I'm not going to spend on me. Imagine me not spending $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month on staff, on salaries and payroll and insurance and infrastructure and space and buildings and all this stuff that you got to pay for to run a real company, right? Imagine if I was just taking all that money in and just, dressing, spending it on how I dress. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that now. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I choose to push all that money back into my business. And if I have something left that I feel good about, I can buy I'm gonna dress nice. I'm gonna take care of myself, and I spend money on myself. It's not like I'm living shabby. It's just that the level of living is not where I know it could be, because I want to manage my spending. So it's not that I ain't spending money. It's not that I'm not spending money. I'm putting a whole lot of money out every month. But it's that my spending is strategic. My spending is strategic. I'm spending it on things that can get me back to number one. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm managing spending. So I learn how to make money. I learn how to sell and market. I keep learning how to sell and market. And that means I have to pay for a coach. I have to pay for mentorship. I have to pay for courses. I have to pay to travel. I have to put a whole lot in me. I've got to pay for this for my staff and my team. I got to pay for systems and processes and platforms and infrastructures, and to get my products better and to get them known. And I got to keep paying for this, right? And then once I start making money, I want to figure out ways to minimize my taxes on the money that I'm making. Well, if I'm minimizing my taxes, I'm either spending more money on things that are helping me make more money so that my tax bill is lower. It's not that I'm just sitting on the money. And then the money that I am spending, because I'm managing it now, I'm actually recycling it because I want my business to grow. I want to go from 1 million to 10 million. And then I want to go from 10 million to 100 million. And then I want to go from 100 to a billion. But how am I going to do that? I've got to be very, very strategic and really sophisticated in how these methods play out. Okay, so let me give you number 4. Number 4, maximize investing. So again, I hosted an event. I hosted an event this past Saturday. It was a 4-hour event that I hosted Saturday, and it was on holding companies and creative tax strategies. It was a 4-hour event that I hosted, a business boot camp. And I was talking to, it was a couple real estate investors that was in there. And I was sharing with them that, I could take money and go invest in real estate if I really wanted to. I mean, I could definitely go buy some real estate if I really wanted to. But I was explaining to them the reason why I'm not trying to dump a whole lot of money. We're talking about like maybe a couple $100,000. The reason why I don't want to invest that type of money into a piece of real estate for me right this moment is because me doing these methods and recycling into my business is creating this momentum that I don't want to stop. So I would rather take the risk and put all that money back into my business rather than putting it into an investment, because what happens is it slows that money down. And even though it's passive income that can come from that cash flow, the return is not as much percentage-wise from the real estate for me as it would be percentage-wise putting it back in my business. Now, maybe I just lost you with that, but let's say if I took 100 grand and put it in a piece of real estate, and that piece of real estate paid me, let's say if it paid me $20,000 a year, right? Well, of course I would own the asset, so my $100,000 would probably be worth maybe $300,000, maybe, right? And then if I got 10 to 20,000 back, that would be somewhere close to like a 10 to 20% return on my initial investment, correct? Well, for me, I could get a 100% return for that 100 grand if I had some type of formula, some type of methodology that I've created for my business. So sometimes you just have to be strategic in how you move that money or how fast you want that money to come back in a return based on your investing. So this is how you start thinking about maximizing your investments. And what I'm saying to you, I know to be true because I'm doing it. And I know people who are actually millionaires that are doing these same things. So the stuff I'm telling you, I don't care what all these other idiots are telling you. Some of them are just idiots. Some of them are they're just ridiculous. What they're saying don't make sense. And some of them are making sense. But you have to decide, who do I want to believe? Who do I want to listen to? Who do I want to follow? What example do I want set for me? Like at some point you got to decide. Because a lot of times when you listening to too many people, you got too many opinions. I talked to somebody the other day and they was telling me about what 2 or 3 other people said. I'm thinking, who cares what they said? I got my own beliefs. I got my own philosophy that's working for me. I got my own methods. And if they're working for me, I'm not going to listen to what the other 2 or 3 people saying, even if what they're saying works. It works for you, dog. It don't work for me. I'm going to do what works for me. So you have to decide that. And this is about you choosing who you're going to get educated from, choosing who you're going to be mentored by, who you're going to be coached by. But I guarantee if you get this information and education and you put it to practice, your life is going to change. So those are my 4 millionaire methods: making money, minimizing taxes, managing spending, and maximizing investing. So I have courses on all of this on my Millionaire Blueprint program. I provide courses and coaching and mentorship and weekly training and mentorship calls and quarterly workshops in my coaching program. So I don't know where you are in your business and finances, but if you know you should be a millionaire and you want to start moving in that direction, learning these methods, learning to develop the mindset and the skill set to become a millionaire is going to require you to get educated. It's going to, at some point, require you to get some type of coaching and mentorship. Like one of the biggest mistakes I made in my 20 years of being an entrepreneur, one of the biggest mistake, and it's probably I'm not going to say it's maybe my top 2 biggest mistake. Probably my biggest mistake that I made in 20 years. If I had to say one of my biggest mistakes, one of my top 2 or 3 biggest mistakes that I made, maybe the biggest one, is I didn't get a coach early. It was definitely one of my biggest mistakes. Definitely one of my biggest mistakes. I didn't have the mindset. I got so many reasons and excuses why I didn't get a coach 20 years ago when I started my business. I just didn't understand it. It's 2022. I started my first business, my first entrepreneurial, leap of faith. I tried it for the first time 20 years ago, and I just didn't understand coaching. I didn't understand mentorship. I didn't understand that I could have actually connected with people and paid them money for them to help me like accelerate. I'm thinking, man, I don't know where my mind was. I don't know what I was thinking about 20 years ago. I definitely didn't think about that. And I can sincerely say that because it's not like I had somebody in front of me telling me or marketing to me that, hey, I'm a coach. I can help you with your business. All you have to do is pay me, $10,000 or something, and I'll show you, even though I didn't have the money back then, but maybe I would have figured it out. But I didn't have that. So it is what it is. But that is one of my biggest mistakes. And it took me years to realize that. Even when we got into the social media world, I had to deal with, trusting people that I saw on the internet, because some people just kind of came off as sleazy, and people still do it today. You watch me and you're thinking, yeah, I don't know, I gotta Google you, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to Google me. You're supposed to do your due diligence to make sure the person that you connect with, that you want to be coached by, is a legitimate person. Like, one of the greatest compliments I got just this past week was from a great gentleman. He might be watching, I don't know, but a gentleman who RSVP'd. I think he saw one of our ads, a couple weeks ago that we were running for the free event we hosted this past Saturday. And he RSVP'd to our business boot camp to come. And he's here in Atlanta. And after RSVPing, he spoke with my team, and my team extended an offer to him to get access to 2 courses. We were giving them a special offer if they RSVP'd. For $197, we gave them access to our holding company course and to our creative tax strategy course. Well, this gentleman took us up on that offer, and he paid the $197. He started the courses. He showed up Saturday to the event live in person. He gave me a compliment during the live, which is saying he's learned so much. He's already gotten his money worth. He's just excited to be a part of our community. And then he said he wanted to join our mentorship program. And that was Saturday. And so he said he would follow back up with us this week. Yesterday he called, and it was a compliment to me because he actually came by the office because he works, I think, locally. He does business around here, something locally. But it was just a blessing. So if you're watching, I'm not saying your name. I want to put you on Front Street, but I want to say thank you for even trusting me, and thank you for even doing your due diligence. The guy showed up to our office, and when I came back from lunch break, my personal assistant said, hey, so-and-so just came by. He's ready to join the program, but he wanted to come by, and he spoke with us, and he just wanted to talk with you one more time. And I thought that was awesome for somebody to be able to come physically and see, oh, the brother, he got a real business. You get what I'm saying? So you want to trust people. You want to know that who you're doing business with, especially if you're spending thousands of dollars. That can make you hundreds of thousands, by the way, or millions, but you still want to know that you got a legitimate person. Like my business mentor and my coach, I go to his headquarters probably every couple months. I attend events. I'm on Zoom calls. Anytime he's doing something, I'm there. I'm participating in it because I know this is a real person and he's got a real thing going on, and it attracts me and it motivates me and excites me and it gives me that accountability, and I need that, and I want to give that to people as well. So again, you would like to join one of our programs or get more information about our online courses or our coaching program, just text Millionaire to this number. My team and I, we're here today. We'll be more than happy to jump on the phone. Actually, when you text Millionaire, we calling you right back. Literally. You text this word to this number, we calling you back. And when we call you back, we'll just ask you a few questions to see where you are in your business and finances and what exactly you need to help you move forward in your business and finances. And we will share with you information about programs and courses that we have available that are designed to help you do it. They're going to help you do the same thing I'm doing. I'm not giving you something that I'm not using, or just doing my own thing and then coming up with some version of it to say, aha, I got you. No, I'm giving you the game and I'm working with you through it. and we're going to support you and see to it that you get to where you want to go. So I look forward to hearing from you. Text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. Appreciate you for joining the show today. We'll be back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, right here on the Ramonepreston Show. And please, pretty please, put in the comments what your biggest takeaway was from today's show. What's your biggest takeaway? Let me know what your biggest takeaway is from today's show. Let me know that. I want you to put it in the comments, okay? Please put in the comments what your biggest takeaway is from today's show. I want to know what your takeaway is. Put it in the comments, please. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. And when you go to all the other platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, please follow me at Ramonepreston. Just type in the word Ramonepreston or at Ramonepreston, and I'm going to come up. And I want you to follow, I want you to like and share, and let your community know that there's somebody who's sharing some really valuable information that is helping people to properly start, structure, and scale their businesses and their income stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, same place, same time on the Ramonepreston Show. Until then,